Welcome to the top 8 of the Meta Weekly $2,000 tournament qualifier. Because you are watching as much as you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing is why we keep on posting these. Make sure to watch the top 16 from yesterday first if you want to see some epic duels that happened. Now, to conclude this tournament, Hajime.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
No hand trap, but we do have a kaiju. Now, you may be thinking, why not chain the Bestial, wait for the Borland, reborning the Rocket Synchron? Well, can't do that because you can't chain to Borland's effect because it says so. Making the IP Masquerina, which is not the alternative art. What the hell is that? We had the Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon, which could have been special summoned by sending the Psyframe Driver from the deck to the grave, but we had no other play to make. What do we have here? We have Monster Negate, we have spin a card back, we have negate a card in the field, we could go into Unicorn, we could go into Goddess, we could spin, we could use their monster. Let's go. Goodbye to Borland. Rip. Masquerina at the end of the main phase. We're going to be making Unicorn to spin back the Bestial. Do we droplet? We are dropleting. Droplet send 2 to negate the Heavenly Sphere, and the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend cannot respond to the droplet since we discarded a monster. Very well done here. Serenir sending a Bestial Lubellion from the deck to the graveyard, special summoning our Assault Synchron to then use the Sprite Blue to search. Now, the Assault Synchron, I believe, locks you in a Synchro only right now. You cannot special summon from the extra deck except Synchro. So what are we doing? We got a Synchro. Jet searching for the starter, which would lock us into level 2 only, making Cupid Pitch to now take off our Synchro restriction. The Hieratic Seal is negated, but it could still summon a monster from the deck. That monster being a Baldrake. Goodbye to the 0 defense Baldrake. Now we continue our plays in main phase 2 as the Baldrake would have banished the Chaos Ruler. We have Cupid Pitch activating to search our deck for, I'm not sure. What are we searching? Mill the top 5 cards of the deck. We have not used up our normal summon yet, by the way. Adding a twin to normal summon as the Cupid Pitch searches for the Claw Crow. Druid Swarm is going to get itself onto the field, banishing the Lubellion before it summons itself onto the field, making a Sprint. Sprint sending from the deck to the graveyard a Shinobi Necro. Chaos Ruler banishing the Necro to then summon it back onto the field for a level 10 Synchro. This is nuts. This live twin Chaos deck, I love it. I have to play it. Swasi Senpai, you are crazy. Baron DeFleur Omni Negate is here. Assault Synchron is going to be activating to reborn the Chaos Ruler back onto the field. And we still haven't normal summoned yet. When are we normal summoning? Let's go. Leela into the Sprint, making a Gigantic Sprite. Gigantic Sprite is going to be special summoning from the deck our Kill Frost. Special summoning from the deck with the starter into the Carrot, now making the Kill. Kill, reborn from the graveyard, Leela, and Kill, making Leela Evil Twin. Evil Twin Leela, reborn the Evil Twin Kill, draw a card, come to me, then we end the turn. We can't make Trouble Sunny because we're locked into level 2 only. Making an access code talker here. We can't respond to the Druid Swarm sending a card in the field to the graveyard. We can't respond to the access code talker boosting. You could only respond to the resolution of a gaining attack, which we have nothing to do. What do we do? Goodbye Baron DeFleur. Can't negate, can't do anything. Wow, just on field with no additional summons, going right into an access code talker. Black Meteor Dragon sending a Psyframe Driver from the deck to the graveyard, swinging in for 4,200. We have to take out the Leela or it would activate during the main phase 2. Very well done here, access code talker, continually wiping up the field. Banishing a Dark, we do have a Light also, and I think we also have a Wind. So we had a ton to banish to get poppin'. Now back to you, we have no disruption whatsoever. Chaos Ruler banishing a Light and Dark to come forth and summon. That is summon number 1. Blue is not going to be special summoned, so it does not get the effect of search. We're going into summon number 3. Using the effect of the Assault Synchron to reborn the Chaos Ruler, that's summon number 4. Elf is going to be summoning a monster into summon number 5. Kill into summon number 6. Nibiru is ready. When do we Nibiru? Nightmare Unicorn on summon, discard the Psyframe Driver, spin back the Meteor Dragon, back into the deck you go. Leela is going to be activating. I do not think so. Tribute the entire field. Just like that, the Primal Being is here, plus a big fat token. But the Leela is, oh boy, maybe we should have waited. I don't know if this was a good idea to Nibiru in response to the activation. Should have maybe wait for it to resolve, then Nibiru. Nibiru drawing into Nibiru. Within the draw main phase, that is special summoning Leela. Leela on summon. If we have the Kisa kill, we're going to pop a card in the fields. Oh boy, Swasi Senpai, don't play into the second Nibiru, mate, which he possibly would have done had you just waited. It just like that, Swasi winning game number 1. Let's go. We have Dragon Link now at the top going first. We have no hand traps in sight. Gia, I am very afraid to do this. I'm raising the desk. Can you hear me? All right. Negate plus spin a card back. Let's do it. Lubellion searching for nothing as the Call by the Grave fingers the Lubellion. Magna Hut to dodge the finger. I do not think so. Baron to floor to negate the Magna Hut. You will get fingered. Negate the activation. Do not destroy. And finger that Lubellion. Negating the search. No Bestial for you. Assault Synchron special summoning for free, locking us into Synchro only from the extra deck, searching for our Jet. Special the Jet, searching for the Sprite starter. Don't get confused, this is not a Sprite deck. This is Evil Twin, right? Spinning back the Assault Synchron before being swung into, getting a safer into the graveyard from the deck. We're going to then normal summon the Assault Synchron, using up that normal summon. Cupid Pitch into our Chaos Ruler. Now, if we already had the Claw Crow, what does the Cupid Pitch search for? Chaos Ruler, mill the top 5, add a light or dark among the 5. We already used up our normal summon here. So we are going to be grabbing a Kaiju. Already used the negate with the Boar Load. We are in main phase 2, so it could still be worth it to Kaiju over it. Got the Hop Ear Squadron to Synchro during the opponent's turn. Sprin's going to be sending the Shinobi Necro. We are going to banish the Shinobi Necro. Did we really just do that? Yeah, okay, Necro's gonna be back in the field, and that's the play he wants to do. Yep, all right, I banished the Necro for you. Shokan into Baron to floor. Now, Assault Synchron is gonna be activated to reborn the Chaos Ruler. Ruling with Chaos as the Baron to floor pops the Boarload Savage Dragon as the Chaos Space discards the Kaiju to grab a Chaos Creator. Chaos Creator is going to banish 2 to then summon a banished monster back in the field, returning the fingered Lubellion back in the deck to draw 1. Now, what are we summoning? Among these 3, Shinobi Necro back in the field for a gigantic Sprite. This deck is wild. What the heck are you cooking up? Locked like, I'm out. I don't want to see it. I've seen enough. 2-0 victory for Sashi Senpai. Let's hop into another one. All right, all right. Making the X Purrely Nor here. Oh no! We didn't make Nightingale by discarding the Sleepy. Oh, we're in trouble. If there's a Kaiju, or, you know, we may just lethal this turn. Let's go. Yeah. Lava Golem. You would draw phase Nightingale, so you take no battle damage for the rest of this turn. And now we're just going to lose if the Ash is not enough to protect us. Not ashing Ohime. What are you ashing? What's the Ash? Okay. Come forth, Ohime. You're going to Ash the Ceremony sending from the deck to the graveyard? That could be an Ash. Or not? What are we saving it for? Now the field's untargetable. Okay, we're negating Rivalry for the next turn. Is there even gonna be a next turn? We lose this turn. You negated a trap search. No. Double-edged sword, equip on a lava golem, and that is 10,000. That's 20,000 damage, is it not? Oh, the first attack were protected. So this does kind of work, but you still lose. Protected, 5K, 5K, lethal damage. Okay, so I understand we kept Sleepy to protect from an attack, which was a good idea, but not as good as making Nightingale activate in the draw phase. With that hand, that exact turn 1, we would not have lost. We would have been okay. We could have won the next turn. Wait, never mind. He chose Morisaka to go first. Okay, all right, correct. You know, you lose game 1, you make Mikanko go first. Good idea. Now for Mikanko, they should try to probably set up a Hugh Lee, right? Can't add any more cards for the rest of the turn, so the Ha-Ray is not going to be able to search. The Ceremony could still send for the deck to the graveyard, as we are going to be sending a Water. We're going to equip onto the Ha-Ray, which cannot search, but we could still special summon a Hugh Lee, which also can't search for the Rivalry. Now this field, completely untargetable, and the back row can be destroyed. It could also be spun back non-targeting with the effect of the Happiness, so that's something you want to potentially do. Happiness can non-target spin the back row, then the field's targetable. You maybe even want to use a Plump for non-target banish the Hugh Lee off the field, then the Ohime becomes targetable. Let's go. My friend Purrely, I mean, there's no hand trap in sight. I did describe how you win this. You make Happiness, you make Beauty. You swing with Happiness, you spin back the Water, you then negate the Hugh Lee, and then you just win. Like, that's it. But we discarded Beauty and Happiness. We're Zeusing instead when we had Lethal. We did, in fact, have Lethal on this field. 100%. That's okay. We're going to get Zeus next turn. This is a problem. Oh, boy. Even with this Zeus, we could have still made a Nightingale afterward. Okay, Sleepy. Maybe we should set double Sleepy, because we did lose last time to a double attack here. Ceremony comes to me, discarding the Lava Golem. Kaiju over the Zeus. Ceremony special summoning the Ohime. Ceremony sending for the deck to the graveyard. Ash is going to negate. We could have sent a card called Rondo. You could swing with Ohime, take 3,300, and then you could use Rondo to take control of the Kaiju to then attack directly with the Kaiju. Got Fire Dance to the effect of the Ha-Ray. Fire Dance is going to be reborning the Hugh Lee, making our entire field untargetable. We have Rivalry for next turn. We're going to Sleepy, right? On the final attack. Okay, it's just like, right? Stopping the final lethal attack. I do not think so. Now, Water is going to be spinning back the Ha-Ray, special summoning the Nini. Nini can target an opponent's monster to take control of it until the end phase during the opponent's turn. Our entire field of face-up Mikanko cards are untargetable. No target allowed. 1,900 life. Rivalry is going to negate the Lily by putting an Axe of Fools onto it. And there goes our hard once per turn using the graveyard to exceed. My friend, Purrely it up. The Nini disruption is still here. We could get yoinkin'. Sleepy summoning the Purrely. Purrely looking at the top 3. Come to me, the Purrely Street. By activating the Street, we have to chain Nini to take control of the Purrely. That's what I'm thinking. We did not. Okay. So we can't take control now. All right. We got Plump, get Equippin', but that's only 4 material. It's not enough to make an X Purrely Nor. But by using the Pretty, we could suck up the only targetable card on the field, which is the Axe of Fools, to give us that 5th material. Shook on into the X Purrely Nor. X Purrely Nor, what? Surrendered. Yeah, you know, I guess next turn, the issue was how do we, so I'm thinking he activated and he's like, oh, I can't target anything on the field. So I actually lose next turn. What am I supposed to do? I can't do anything with this. In the TCG, you can make a second Zeus. They do play 2 Zeus in the TCG, but not for us. So yeah, the next Purrely Noir is not an out to this field. Swing, 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 lethal damage, GG, no re. He knew he lost it, so that was the scoop. 2-0 for Mikanko. Within the main phase, we're playing into an Effect Veiler. Also playing into a Droll Knockbird. Made sure to hold to the Max C also, because that's generally, we're going back to holding Max C versus using it early to play around a Fenrir. Purrely. Veiler on Purrely, I would say, is not a good idea for the Veiler. I would hold it. I would hold Veiler for the Lily. They're always going to go into Lily. That is the goal. If they don't go into Lily, you're going to win anyway. I guess we do have to Ash that. Yep, otherwise we Ash the My Friend Purrely. Negate! And let's go. This is the full play. We have full combo. 100%. We could end on an X Purrely Noir. Leap, leap, and street. So instead of ending on the Noir, we could try to double up on the Sleepy. Equip the Delicious. And when they activate the Sleepy from the hand, if you have anything to chain link block it, that is quite beneficial. Double Suck It Up. So we got double Sleepy. What? Why would we hold Sleepy in the hand? I don't understand. Sleepy, chain, equip, draw 4. Am I missing something? There's no way this makes sense. Huh? How? Draw 1, draw 2. Come forth into X Purrely Noir. 5 material Noir, unaffected from activated effects. We are going to Maxi get fingered. Can you imagine if the X Purrely Noir could target your own graveyard for spinning? You could dodge Called By. Oh, that would be insanity. X Purrely Noir, draw 2. And now we have Incredible Ecclesia jumping onto the field. Mo Yi. Mo Yi, reveal the blackout. Now, the big question is against Swordsoul, we have 2 spins, only 2. Do we start spinning the tokens? You spin the first token, then they normal summon Taya, they then banish, and then they get a token, you spin the second token. But what if they follow up into a Long Yun for that 3rd token we could only spin twice? So knowing we can only spin twice, do we just keep our X Purrely Noir being unaffected from activate effects and just don't use it? We're gonna find out right now. We are using it. So we are now affected. We do not even have anything to banish for the Taya, actually. And we spin back the blackout in the end phase back into the deck. You go. We got Droll and Lockbird. Are we going to exceed with this? Why would you ever normal Droll over Purrely? Am I being trolled right now? I don't know how I'm supposed to cast this. What is going on? We got Lily, Equip and Delicious from the graveyard, Shokan into the plump. And now we are plumping up our plump with more cards in the graveyard. We got 4 material. With a pretty, we could make our 5th material. Send the Droll for that, sure, okay. And let's get swinging. Did we have lethal damage with an X Purrely Happiness? We have 5 material times 300, 1500, 2500, 3000, 4000, 5500 damage. That would have been lethal, right? Did I calculate that correctly? But we do have, no, we don't have it. We don't have it. Not playing it. All right. X Purrely Noir. And we do have, got the street. The Noir would have been spun back in the extra, the end. Oh my Jesus. Nibiru the field. Goodbye to the Zeus. We did have the Zeus over that Noir. It was the correct play. Equipping from the graveyard, another Sleepy, 7 material Noir. That means we could spin and still be unaffected. We're gonna draw 2. We have triple spin. It's too much. I mean, the deck is nuts. Ecclesia jumping off the field versus no disruption whatsoever. Revealing that Long Yun, give us our token. Channeling, block your Grandmaster with a Mo Yi so you do not get Ash Blossom, even though the Ash Blossom on the Ecclesia would have been the right play. Emergence into the Protoss, do not banish it with the Desires. Then Desires, randomly banish the 10, draw 2. Double Ash, very interesting. Discard Longyun for Longyun, still semi-limited by the way, into the Sinister Sovereign. Sinister Sovereign against Purrely is quite interesting. Okay, yeah, you could banish my friend Purrely. We could even chain banish to them trying to equip onto their monster. They're locked out of Dark. So if we were to look at Dark for Purrely, does that really screw them up? Let's type in Purrely and Dark monsters. We can't special summon Lily. We can't special summon Lenore. We could still normal summon Lily. We could still make a Happiness. We could still make a Beauty. And we could still make great plays. So the Protoss pretty much just locks them out of a good turn 1, but all our good turn 2 cards are still usable. Let's go. Purrely getting negated by the Grandmaster randomly. Top 3 cards of the deck. We can't special summon Lily. It had to be normal summoned. Ash negate, so we don't have to discard for a negated Sleepy. The next Sleepy is summoning, discarding a card from the hand. It has to be another Purrely. Can't be Lily. Top 3 cards of the deck again. Get ready. We could make a Beauty with the newly summoned Purrely. 1, 2, Happy. Ooh, that's good. We can make Happy or Beauty. We're gonna make a Beauty instead. Beauty could suck up a card in the field. The Sinister Sovereign can try to banish it. The Beauty can negate. And that's it. There's no more disruption. We're free, we're open to make our plays now. Ideally, we would have been able to use the Happy Memory, summon a Lily, then equip the Lily with the Happiness, but we can't special summon Lily. Send, get sucking. To battle we go. Not taking battle damage, I guess we're going in Zeus. Yes, we are. Zeus it up. This is how big of a Zeus. This is a 4 material Zeus. End phase to play around an Effect Veiler. Very well done here. Maxi Ash Ecclesia jumping off of the field into the Taya. We're gonna wait for the token to then Zeus wipe it up. Just like that, wipe the field, and then follow up Triple Tactics Talent. We have not used up our normal summon yet, so draw 2 is the way. Now, Swordsoul generally does not play Zeus themselves, so taking control of Zeus to Zeus over Zeus is not the way. Monk of Tenyi with the Ashuna. Ashuna banished to summon a monster from the deck. We have not normal summoned yet, so we could have normal summoned Ash to make a level 10 Synchro if we were crazy. Shaman of Tenyi, discard a special summon. Protoss back on the field. Now you're locked out of light. Now you can't special summon Purrely. Now you can't summon Happiness. Oh boy. Is that a big deal? No Happiness, no Purrely. We could still special summon our Lily though. Maxi, not ashing as we did earlier. Ash could be used on the My Friend Purrely, which is definitely going to be searched for here. No, we're not going to negate the My Friend Purrely. We're going to negate the Lily itself. Now, Lily could use the graveyard to exceed into whatever we want. We don't have Happiness for game? Didn't we win? Oh, we're locked out of light. I'm like, what? We had game, we win, but the freaking Protoss locked us out of light. Damn, that sucks. Beauty is gonna negate the Shaman. I guess we're gonna go into an X Purrely Nor instead of sucking up a card in the field. We could have sent the Pure Lily Leap to then get sucking on the Protoss. Negate the Shaman, and then we go in. I guess we're gonna spin the Protoss with the X Purrely Nor. Yeah, like we're doing all this to just spin Protoss on summon. We probably should have just sucked up Protoss. Okay. And then just sit on the negate. At least make him go to the battle phase. Yeah, so we have a no effects X Purrely Nor. It's affected, and it's got no spin. And that is the scoop. Let's hop into game 3. Sleepy, no hand trap, so we could speed this up a bit now. This could have been 6 material for 3 spins, but we held on to the Pretty Memory instead. I'm quite interested in why we're not equipping cards from the hand. This is the second time we did this, so it is an interesting play style we see here, giving us only 2 spins instead of 3 with the Nor. Max C in response to the Adhara trying to special summon as we now finger the cockroach. Negate. Okay, let's get to it. When are we spinning? Do we spin the monk? We'll have one more spin after that. Not spinning the monk. We're unaffected from a card like Vishuddha, so we don't have to worry about Vishuddha spinning us. Double monk. Adhara, add back a banished worm. Very well done. We have not whipped out the Long Yun yet, but now we will. Do we spin back the token? We do. Stopping the level 10 synchro. And we're going to spin Vishuddha back from the graveyard. Making that level 10 anyway. Oh boy. Burn for 1200. Now, the beauty is going to be negating the Changing before being destroyed, triggering the My Friend Purrely, which is super deadly. If you are going to deal with their Purrely Exceed and not win that turn, they're going to +3 off of you dealing with them. Now, the Protos does make this a bit better. We're locked out of Dark now, so Lily can't special summon for the deck, and we can't end on an X Purrely nor. My Friend Purrely, reveal the 3. Come to me, our Purrely Leap. So we could summon the X Purrely Nord during the next turn here, where I'm on the Purrely side here. I think Purrely is in the much better position here. Adding 3 from the graveyard after being destroyed by battle, ton of cards in the hand, ton of fuel. Beauty could suck up the entire field pretty much. Could suck up the Chang Ying, suck up the Protos. We have to equip another Pretty for the other suck. Goodbye to the Monk. And let's keep sucking, right? No, we don't want to keep sucking. We're going to go Zeus. Interesting. But why not like suck, set leap, go into X Purrely Nor? It seems way better than this, man. What the? Nibiru off the top of the deck. That is not going to help. Spin back our Purrely monsters back into the deck, and holy moly, do we have this. So on an open field, that's when you want to be thinking about X Purrely Happiness. 25 plus 1500 damage, plus if you have a Delicious under it, it's going to get boosted by the Delicious. Let's reveal 3. This has got to be GG. I mean, you have to win this turn. Let's go. This duel is not valid unless you win. We're going into it. We're going plump, suck up 2, suck up from the hand, X Purrely Happiness, large and in charge, swinging in for game. Very well done from both of you. Let's hop in another one. Will this Purrely deck get knocked out by Branded? We are opening up with the Kaiju. Very good against Purrely if we could actually follow up with a lethal play. Draw! No Max C. Dead Imperm. Gets Kaiju. Trigger the field spell, trigger the My Friend Purrely, special summon a monster, add up to 3 cards in the graveyard back to the hand. This is why you have to win this turn. That's a lot of pluses. 1, 2, 3, and special summon, adding a 4th card to the hand. Damn, that is a fat hand. Gold Sark banishing for the deck Tragedy to search for an Alibur, to search for a Branded Fusion to get negated by the Ash. We're not actually doing that at all. We're just gonna summon Albaz, expect the Ash, go into the Albion, and get Fusion Summoning. We're on summon number 2, summon number 3. That Nibiru is coming on the 5th summon. Send the Ad Libitum, pass. Into the battle phase we go. Now the field spell in My Friend Purrely does not trigger off of a non-Purrely Exceed being dealt with, so definitely get rid of them. Negate, as I see you're not going into Branded Fusion. YOLO Allure. You have to send your hand to the graveyard if you have no Dark to banish. Now, Crobat, you better pop the F off. Let's do this. We're going to be grabbing the Happy Memory here. Branded Banishment, reborning the Ad Libitum to then fuse with the field, fusing with the opposing monster to make a Masquerade. Ad Libitum is going to be triggered to reborn Alibur, and Alibur is just going to be searching for a follow-up play. We are chaining our Sleepy Memory to special summon for the deck, our Purrely. We have no more disruption. That's it. How does the Gangrenol even trigger in the Purrely matchup? It doesn't. So Gangrenol is nothing. This field is nothing. It's just 600 on every card effect activation. So can we win? Let's go. Anima, get sucking. Let's go. Sucking up that Gangrenol. Got to play around the Anima zone. Some people are playing that. Lily has not used any of its hard once per turn effects here, but did not want to burn for 600. We're going to use its hard once per turn to make a delicious plump. Come to me. And now we're going to Pretty Memory, equip onto the plump. The plump should suck up that Masquerade so we stop burning. Stop the burn. Yes, yes we are. Yes we are. Send the Gangrenol, suck it up. No longer boosted Anima. Suck up with the plump again. All right, alrighty. Let's go, let's go. Nice and plump. We're going to be sucking up again. Double pretty, double suckage. Sucking up a delicious and a sleepy memory. This is lethal with X Purely Happiness. Do it. It's the right way. No! Wait, 10,000 life? Maybe it wasn't. Wait, with 8 material on X Purely Happiness? How much is that? I need like a calculator on hand. We gotta be calculating. 8 times 600 plus 2,500 plus 1,500. That was 8,800 damage for a direct attack with X Purely Happiness. X Purely Nor, we're drawing 2 cards within the standby phase, hitting him with the Maxi, Gold Sark ticking down to get that tragedy back during the next turn. Libellion searching for Serenir. Branded Fusion, sending from the deck to make Libellion. Libellion could be spun back with the X Purely Nor, but we have a bunch of fusions in the graveyard to use anyway, so it's not that great of a play. Valor, negate. You will not be fusing into a Mirror Jade. Now, Serenir activating to send from the deck to the graveyard. We're going to use the effect of the Nor to spin the Branded Banishment back into the deck. Okay. Maybe playing around a Branded Retribution, but you know, you could activate the Nor in response to the Retribution, targeting the Banishment to add back to the hand. Either way, easy win for Purrely. Lure the Darkness, banish the Mercurier, triggering its effect to search for an Albaz monster. We're going to grab the Albion Shrouded. Sending an Albaz to draw 1, randomly drawing into that Mercurier. That is pretty great. Valor, negate. Do we finger the Veil? No, we do not. We're going to use the Branded in Red to dodge the Valor. Did not chain Valor to the Branded in Red to dodge the dodge, as we now grab a Branded Fusion. Branded loss, negate with the Ash, negate. The effect, now we finger the Ash and we can't use the other Valor. So we lost our opportunity for the second Valor, which we would have had to finger, which the Ash would have then negated the Branded Fusion. So that's where this all went wrong. My friend Purrely, we got the street. We are burning for 1,100 on the activation to grab a guaranteed Purrely quick play. Now this is the way. We are going to be summoning our Lily with our hard once per turn. We cannot be targeted by the Dragostapelia into Happiness. This is 4 attacks. We're going to be searching a bunch. Attack. Number 1, activate. Reduce the attack, grabbing a delicious memory here. Holy burn. Bro, we can't. What is going on? 900 life. We definitely have to take out the Masquerade here. Goodbye to Masquerade. No more burn. Grabbing the Pretty Memory. Pretty Memory, get equipping. We could spin back the back row if we wanted to. Now, there's a problem. If we destroy the Mirror Jade and it was Fusion Summit, it would activate to then wipe out even an X Purely Nor in the end phase. If that happens, I'm going to love it. It ain't happening. We're going to suck up the Mirror Jade, preventing my own happiness from seeing a very funny play here. And now we have a 6 material, now 7 material X Purely Nor, unaffected from activated effects. Now, with no My Friend Purrely, a Kaiju summoning 1 Purrely off of that, not a big deal. We drawing into just one. Kaiju for the win. Without that Kaiju, I think Purrely would have just won this duel. So Kaiju is winning. Now, I've seen some big copium from some branded players recently. I've seen a branded player send a Witch of the Black Forest to the graveyard with the effect of Brand Fusion, and then use Keeper of Dragon Magic to reveal the Sandwich Fusion to Reborn Witch, to then polymerize with the Witch on the field, to then search for a Kaiju just to deal with the X Purrely Nor. Red and Jude, thank you, sir. Thank you for the 6 months, my friend. Back to you. We could leap into a Nor with only a single spin. Called by the grave, negate the Maxi. Okay. Had we equipped the happiness to our beauty, it would have been a 4 material Nor for double spinach. Gold Sark banishing from the deck. Mercurier, as we have Tragedy already in the hand and an Albur. Grabbing an Albion Shrouded Dragon, which will send a branded card from the deck to the graveyard, getting the Albaz in the grave to then draw into Maxi. Albur, negate, and we have no way to dodge that negate. Unfortunately, the Ash is waiting for that branded fusion to negate. And we do have a follow-up branded banishment. Branded banishment to reborn the Albur to then fuse to the fields. Did not leap into the X Purrely Nor, because we're just gonna benefit from the My Friend Purrely adding a single card back. Back to you. Banishment dead. Can't use banishment right now unless the Albur hits the grave. Pretty Memory chaining to the Maxi, as we are now searching up for the Purrely Street. Street's gonna make us completely untargetable on our special summon Purrelys the turn they're summoned. Non-activatable banishment is not going to be able to disrupt, unfortunately, as we reveal to grab a happiness, become a beauty, Purrely become a happiness exceed, and this should be enough for lethal damage. 10,000 life. At 8,000 life, this is lethal. And we do have a beauty for an additional attack, so I think on the final search, you could delish onto beauty, and then you would be able to have enough damage for game. We, of course, had to make it indestructible by battle first. Get equipping onto that beauty. Thank you very much. And now, Purrely Leap, returning back in the deck. 3 Purrely monsters into our Happy Memory, equipping onto the beauty, giving us that 5th material. 5 material, we can now make our X Purrely Nor. Unaffected from all activated effects, as we can further boost it up with the field spell, giving it an additional draw. Right now we're going to draw nothing, as we have no Sleepy. We'll draw 1 during the next turn, though, thanks to the Street. 7 material. That means we could spin a card and still be unaffected. We have 2 fields wipe with the Zeus. Draw 1 and triple spin. Fusion deploy, revealing the Gangrenal to go into the Cartesia, activating the fuse, spinning back the Cartesia to then be an illegal attempt at fusing. To the deck you go, end your turn, even during the opponent's end phase. A great showcase of why Purrely is currently the best deck. Top 4, Hajime. This is a field. The Elf is making the Masquerena untargetable, so is the Leela. The Masquerena could link off with the Leela into a Disruption, which the Kisa Kill could reborn the Leela to then pop a card in the field. Baron to Floor is a negate. Caddy could go into a Herald of the Arc Light, ensuring that any monster sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard is banished. Also, it is a negate. Now, there is a Lava Golem. The problem is, what do we Lava Golem? There is a lot to Golem. Masquerena in Baron to Floor could be a really good Lava Golem, actually. He would not have a way to get the Leela into the graveyard to use the effect of Kisa Kill. I'm curious what we are going to use. Do we negate? We do negate because we are playing against Mikanko, knowing that we would get Kaiju'd anyway. Now Baron to floor with our Lava Golem is not going to be a good option. Prepare to give us the Ohime. We're going to be using the Frost to also draw a card here. Now we're going to use Caddy and Masquerena for that Lava Golem, putting the Water Mikanko onto the Elf, which could spin the Elf back in the extra deck to summon a Mikanko from our deck. Caddy is back. That is a big problem. Searching for the Great Ceremony. We're going to have to deal with a Herald of Arc-Light, discarding the Mikanko Dance, which is great. As the Ohime is now here, we could send a Hughley from the deck to the graveyard. What? We don't have Penny? That's not Penny, mate. What the heck was that? What? Okay. He can't even send Hughley to the graveyard if he had Herald of Arc-Light on the field. That's wild. All right. We now got Hughley. Our field is completely untargetable, reflecting 3,000 damage. Spin back the Baron to floor. Reflect another 3,000 damage as we then attack for lethal with the Elf. Wow. Do we not play the Arc-Light play? What were we doing here? What was the Hop Ear Squadron gonna do? Target a face-up monster, special summon this card, and then perform a synchro with the Lava Golem. I guess we didn't have another level 10. Choosing for Mikanko to go first, the correct thing to do in a best of 3. There's no side deck here, so all the good cards have to be in the main. We're gonna Fire Dancer Hare back on the field from the hand or grave we could summon with the Fire Dance. Searching for the Mikanko Water, which could special summon a Mikanko from the deck. First, we're gonna get our Ohime out. Now, with the water, we're gonna be summoning a Hughley. Hughley's gonna make it so our entire field of Mikanko cards are completely untargetable. The Rivalry is gonna make it so we could steal an opponent's monster or negate it. And we are setting up a Rondo. So the Ohime could steal, the Rivalry could negate, and the Hughley and Ohime are completely untargetable. Getting Kaiju'd. What the? Kisa kill, get negated. Axe of Fool on top of the Fool. Should we have Kaiju'd the Hughley? Or, the Ohime did make sense because they did have access to the Rondo in the graveyard to take control of a monster. Assault Synchron into Cupid Pitch. Cupid Pitch is going to be just changing its level, reducing or boosting, as the Fire Dance is going to be added back to the hand with the Rivalry to be used next turn. Now what? Kaiju for Kaiju, as we now make an Elf. Cupid Pitch reducing its level down to 2. Elf Reborn the Kisa kill. Summoning our Kaiju again. Extra bodies on the field. Gigantic Sprite come forth and summon from the deck, locking us into level 2. Blue into Jet. Jet into Starter. Smasher instead. Smasher's going to be non-target banish. A good way to deal with the Hughley. Hughley being untargetable, so non-target, you're good. To battle we go. We can't swing into that Hughley. It's going to reflect the battle damage. So we're going to banish it right here, right now, not saving it for the next turn. Goodbye to Gigantic Sprite as we 800 to the face. Now, we could get Lava Golems. Oh boy, I mean, oh shoot, this is not good. The Hidden Armory could search for a double-edged sword, but then you can't normal summon. You don't need your normal summon if you have a Fire Dance. Fire Dance will special summon as we equip a double-edged sword. Oh my Jesus. Lava Golem is here. No normal summon as we special summon the Mikanko Hare. Grabbing the Mikanko Water. Hidden Armory. Mill the top card. Did not mill the double-edged sword, which could have happened. Equipping onto the Lava Golem, which is 10,000 damage. 5k damage. And just like that, Mikanko's going to the grand finale. No freaking way. Max C in the draw phase, not chaining our Sleepy Memory to it. We're going to be revealing the top 3, grabbing our Delicious Memory as we now set up with the My Friend Purrely, which will get negated by the Ash Blossom. That is the right moment to negate, I would say so. Negate. Now, Triple Tactics Talent Mate, I'm going to draw 2. The more quick play spells we draw into, the better. We have a Delicious plus an Ash. This is very well done. We definitely have an X Purrely Nor turn 1. This is unfortunate that we're having to deal with a Max C here. Okay, so we're gonna not summon Purrely nor. You could use the Plump as disruption to stop a Lily, but really, to play around Max C that hard by not special summoning into it one more time, it's just one more special summon. Material, Purrely nor. That's wild. Let's see if it works out. Now, it's also worth noting, the Plump is actual disruption. If it does not get chain link blocked, if you equip onto the Plump's gonna non-target monster banish. Special summon the Lily, and if Lily tries to oh, we're trying to banish the Lily right now. Chain link block the Plump. We activate again. Activate Delicious. If we can't chain link block this, we're going to equip and banish the Lily off the field until the end phase. Let's go. It looks like it worked out. Okay. And then you have My Friend Purrely, which would get negated by the Ash in the hand. You do have to deal with the Purrely randomly getting a card right now. This one is so important. This is it. Whatever the Purrely gets off the top of the deck, this is what we're exceeding into. It's this or nothing. Nothing. We have a beauty. We could go into beauty. We could suck up a card in the field. He does not know this yet, that the My Friend Purrely is going to get negated. Negate. So we got beauty. We could suck up the Plump, but that would trigger the My Friend Purrely to add back all the quick play cards in the grave. So that is a huge issue here. So it would probably maybe be better to just go into Zeus, but we already committed so much to the field. My Friend Purrely and the Purrely Street, where a Zeus play is probably just, damn, this sucks. I guess we should have tried for Zeus before committing to the My Friend Purrely. Damn. That's a difficult one. And we Zeus it up. End phase, goodbye to everything. Now, returning our Lily back on the field, we have one more field wipe, waiting for the activation of the effect, not the activation of the card. Send it to the graveyard. That is the play. Crobat perfectly doing that play. Very well done. And identifying that dealing with the Plump with a My Friend Purrely was not a good option. So that's something you want to learn. Do not destroy their Purrely Exceed with a face-up My Friend Purrely, unless you could win that turn. So Kaijuing, sucking it up, destroying by battle, don't do it. You have nothing to discard to summon a Lily from the deck. Holy moly. Even a quick play card here would have been good. Any quick play card was a play. Oh, we're going to hold on to DD Crow. Or are we? We're not. We're going to summon a Lily within the battle phase instead of just winning. Really playing around that Veiler. Like, wow. You just like, I know you got Veiler. Let's go. 100 to the face. My Friend Purrely. 1, 2, 3. Come to me, Purrely. Now, which one are you going to veil? 2 cards of veil, unless we get nothing. We got absolutely nothing. We got trash. Now we could veil. Negate. Now, do we make a Robin here? What do we do? What do we do? Do we try to make a Princess Sprite? Princess Sprite. YOLO. If it's a spell or trap that we mill off the top of the deck, we add it to the hand. Yoink. Happy to the hand, but it's not usable this turn. Finally, we could discard the Leap versus no Disruption. There's no Purrely Exceed here, so there isn't an issue with dealing with any of the monsters, but we could Zeus also. You Zeused me, I Zeus you. So wow, this duel just went back in Redden's favor. We're going to a, holy moly, that's super plump. 3,800. I feel like we could have won. How did we not win? We could have sucked up more. Could we have went into the Purrely Happiness for double attack and get super huge? Let me see if Purrely Happiness is here. He does not play it. Oh, no. Does Crobat play it? Does Crobat play the Purrely? Yeah, no. Both players are not playing the Purrely Happiness. I do think it's important to identify how many times that would be winning the tournament. Double equip the Sleepy. That's a draw 4 combo right here in the standby phase. It's happening. Just like that. So with the My Friend Purrely, we could be searching for a happiness, equip it onto the plump, make the X Purrely happiness. We have double attack, 1500 on the first attack, 1500 on the second attack, and it's going to be so large, so much damage over the Sprite and also over the Zeus. Draw phase, well, can't use it on the Lily now, and this is a good reason to use your quick play spells in the draw or standby. It should be in the draw phase to play around Droll and Lockbird. Now, this was the last opportunity. On the activation of the street, it asked him, would you like to veil the Lily before you can't veil the Lily? Because now he can't do it. Ash, negate. All right, and whoa. We're screwed. We can't use the sleep in the graveyard to make an exceed until that card comes out. It ain't out. Mini Nor. Princess Sprite is gonna be a hard YOLO. Maybe you should veil her this? It's like, whoa, you look desperate. I think I should negate. Holy moly, did Crowback get screwed? He's got nothing. Just 1800, a lodge in on the field, and that's it. Purrely, reveal 3, come to me, Sleepy. Sleepy is going to be summoning Lily into the My Friend. Now we're making a Zeus. We're gonna Zeus this. He's just like, no, I don't want to play anymore. I'm done. That's it. Red into the grand finale against Mikanko. Let's go. Welcome to the grand finale of the Meta Weekly $2,000 tournament qualifier. We have Mikanko at the bottom, Purrely at the top, and Purrely is going first. That is a death sentence. Now, the best way for Purrely to beat Mikanko is to end on a Nightingale. Nightingale, you're going to activate it during the draw phase against Mikanko. You take no battle damage for the entire turn. They swing in, no battle damage. You then win on turn 3. Are we able to do that? Well, there's no max C, so we should be able to. Let's do it. Hajime. Okay, well, let's see if we can still win this. Hey, this is not too big of a deal here. Let's talk about the Dustin map. The Dustin map states that if it's equipped onto a monster, the monster cannot be tributed or used for fusion, exceed, or synchro. So what you do is you put it onto a Purrely trying to exceed, and it stops him, just on top of, like an Axe of Fool also. Plump is going to be drawing a ton of cards here. Draw 1, draw 2, draw 3, draw 4. Let's go. So broken. This is why the Sleepy, which is giving us all those draws, this is limited to 1 in OCG. You can only draw 2 at max. Hit him with the max C. Nothing to stop it. Now, no Kaiju, no Lava Goal. This is a problem. Rondo onto the Robin. So what's very cool about this play is if you normal summon Hugh Lee, nothing activates. Instantly, you take control. Instantly, you're untargetable. Knowing that, we gotta spin it back now. Spin it back, get rid of it. Normal summon Hugh Lee would be super counter. Rondo could in fact be used onto the Nor. The Nor is affected by Rondo. You normal summon Hugh Lee, you take control of the X Purrely Nor. It is affected. Dustin map onto the Robin, and you don't have an equip card, so you are targetable here. And you're being spun back into the deck. Goodbye to the double-edged sword. All of our spin backs have been spun back. No more effect. Hidden Armory can't be used if you normal summon. So what you normally would do is you would mill a card, grab a Fire Dance special summon Hugh Lee. But does this target? Let's read this. This states that target the special summon monster. So the Hugh Lee counters the Robin. So Fire Dance into Hugh Lee can't be targeted by Robin, but the Fire Dance could be spun by the Nor, but the Nor's out of spins anyway. Oh my. So I guess, it would have been interesting on what would have been done here. The Hidden Armory also would have been negated by the Ash, to be fair. The Hugh Lee takes no battle damage here. It is destroyable by battle, though. Unless we negate, then it takes damage. It is really unfortunate for Mikanko. No Lava Golem, no Kaiju, nothing. Reveal 3, come to me. We got the Happiness. We're going to go into Delicious Plump. With our Plump Delicious, we can also use Pretty to suck up the Huli. The Nor has the ability to do so. The Plump is also one that has the ability to suck up the Huli. So this is all direct attacks. The Huli is not going to be able to block anything. We're also non-target monster banishing the Huli until the end of the turn, which we should just win this turn. Top 3 of the deck, add the second copy of My Friend Purrely. It's just going to be discard fodder from there as we go into a Beauty. Beauty is here. Not enough for lethal, so the Huli is actually going to come back during the end phase. That's a problem. We don't want to give them Huli back on the fields. We're going to, with the field spell, equip onto the Plump, come to me, nice and plump. And also, we did not Zeus our Nor before it got spun back on the deck through the effect of the Purrely Leap, getting rid of it during the next end phase. So these are some problems. We're going to Plump effect during the standby phase. We're going to use the Beauty to negate the Huli. We're also going to suck up from the graveyard a Pretty and a Delicious. Where'd all the sleepies go? All right, get ready for the draws. We have draw 1, draw 2, draw 3, draw 4. Balance. Come to me, X Purrely Nor. We drawing. We drew twice, or 4 times, right? We did not activate that early. I would think, yeah, we drew Droll and the Triple Tactics talent. Ash negate the Hidden Armory. I do not think so. Now, this is a big problem. Hidden Armory is, even if it's negated, you're still locked out of your normal summon. Even the activation of the card was not negated, the effect. And this part where it says that you can't normal summon or set the turn you activate this card, that's not the effect. And that was not negated. We're going to be sending to search for a Fire Dance, but you know, it makes up for it by not being a hard once per turn. Drone Lockbird is going to negate the Ha-Ray from searching for another card. We're going to link off into an Almirage. Robin's going to say, ain't no way, get out of here. But we could reborn the Huli with the Fire Dance, which would be untargetable by the Robin. Well, the X Purrely Nor can target not only the Fire Dance, but can also target the Huli in the graveyard before it gets summoned. That's the problem. We're going to have to target it right now. X Purrely Nor, target the Huli, spin it back in the deck before it gets summoned through the effect of the Mikanko Dance. It ain't happening. Too much spin. Equip onto the Beauty. Now, there's a rule in the grand finale where you are not allowed to surrender. Please be respectful of that rule by quickly ending the duel when you have a pretty much guaranteed lethal play. Thank you very much. Let's hop into game 2. Only one purely quick play. Your hand is only as good as how many quick plays you have in your hand. So only one is pretty bad. We are going to be setting up with our Delicious play. We could be discarding for the Purrely to get lucky here. Let's get lucky. Any quick play and we have an X Purrely Nor. No. Did not happen. We could still X Purrely Nor through the effect of the Purrely Leap. So even though we got unlucky, this does counteract our unluckiness, as we're now going to have to end on just 4 material. Now, I know this is wild, but I would have done this play. I would have normal summoned the Veiler. I would have made a Nightingale to then activate the Nightingale in the draw phase to make it so you take no battle damage for the rest of the turn. If Mikanko does not win on turn 2, they're very easy to beat. They have this one turn, this one opportunity to take you out, and you could have guaranteed stopped it. All right, Plump, get drawing. Plump is going to get plumping up even more, and then we're going to draw again. Very well done. One moment, one opportunity. Yeah, pretty much Mikanko severely, their drop rate goes down if they can't win on turn 2. My Friend Purrely recycling, which is another big problem. If you don't win after kaijuing them, they're going to have a nice plump hand for the next turn. Did not draw into an Ash Blossom. Does have Draw and Lockbird, though, which is only really stopping a Ha-Ray or Huli search. Is it a big deal, though? Ooh, the Ohime gets negated by the Veiler, so we can't reflect battle damage here. We could hit an Armory for a double-edged sword for 10,000 damage. Oh boy, the water. We can't hit an Armory now. Oh, and we got negated on the Ohime. Ain't no way. Oh no, hit an Armory, not activatable. Axe a Fool. What are you gonna do with that? I mean, this doesn't reflect. This doesn't reflect. Okay. Oh no. That Veiler shut him down. I cannot believe it. We're going to equip onto the Nini. Nini can steal a monster temporarily until the end of the turn. We got the Axe of Fooled Purrely, which cannot activate. Well, it could. It's just negated. Purrely, reveal 3. We have not used up our normal summon. Grabbing the pretty memory. Now we're going to use Nini to take control of the Purrely, attempting to exceed. Now we're going to follow up Delicious, summoning our Lily with no disruption in sight. We have nothing. We could not negate with the Axe of Fools. It has not hit the graveyard, so we can't use the Ohime. What is the play? Get nice and plump. Plump is going to suck up from the graveyard. Getting even more nice and plump. To the battle we go. Looks like we're going for a Zeus play, potentially. Yes, we are. Downard into Zeus. And yeah, like, what could we do here? If we hit an Armory for a Fire Dance could reborn the Nini. Then we could reflect 3,000 damage, but he's got 6 materials. He could wipe the field 3 times, 2 more times. Purrely Leap is going to be returning the Purrely monsters back into the deck. I mean, give him anything. What could we give him? I don't know what to give him. How do we stop non-target field wipe? Hidden Armory, randomly milling, grabbing the Fire Dance. And then, you know, we could even activate Zeus on the activation of the Fire Dance. So we do not get to reborn. No Nini. Also chaining the Sleepy, so we take no battle damage this turn on the next attack. We cannot reborn the Ohime, but reborning the Ha-Ray, then activating the Search, that would have been huge. My friend Purrely plus the pretty. Activate the my friend. Can we perform lethal damage this turn as we add our Purrely? Purrely, come to me. 1, 2, 3. Happy and Delicious. Grabbing the Delish. As we now use the Purrely with the Delicious to make a Plump. Plump could get extra plump, equipping the Delicious memory from the graveyard for extra plumpness. And then using Pretty after Pretty, equipping onto the Plump, then going into the X Purrely Nor. That should be enough. Putting the X Purrely Nor at over 5,000 attack. X Purrely Nor is here, completely unaffected from activate effects. 4,700? Bro, we equipped this and that would have been enough? What the? Well, I mean, you did boost up with the Pretty, so he was at 8,000, then you put him at 9,000 to be fair. So we did miss lethal. Not through your own mistake, though. I don't think you could have played around it. Yeah, how could you have not boosted him? All right. Let's go. Lava Golem off the top of the deck. Ain't no way. But is that enough? All we have is a double-edged sword after that Lava Golem play. Return. Double-edged sword onto the Golem. I mean, we won this duel. If this was a fire sword, we could have reborn the Ha-Ray search for a water. We could then spin back, summon a monster, and then resummon the Ha-Ray. Oh my Jesus. Burn for 1K. 5K damage. 5K to both players, by the way. We almost had a double loss. What are our rules on that again? It's a win for both players. So it would have been a 2-1 victory if it was a double lethal. It just like that, 2-0. Purrely is the victor of the tournament. Meta Weekly number 80. 129 players have joined, and holy moly, a Purrely sweep. Purrely and Mikanko. I did not see this coming where Mikanko would perform this well. That is a shocker. I knew Purrely would be tier 1, definitely, but Mikanko, I think, would just be chilling at tier 3. So this jumping up to tier 2 territory, potentially, that is nuts. Start Start off with the top 16 at the bottom. We got Purrely, triple Droll and Lockbird. You want to definitely be activating your quick play spells in the draw phase to play around this card. And you also want to wait with your Maxi for the standby phase for those playing around the Droll and Lockbird so that they don't chain their quick play to your Maxi. You could instead chain it to their card if you at least wait until standby phase to activate it. So very good. That is the reasoning for that. X Purrely Happiness is being removed from everyone's extra deck. Now, Osh, Droll, now we got to worry about Gamma. Oh no, I do not want to have to play around Gamma also. We got triple Tactics Talent, no X Purrely Happiness. Oh, you do have it, but one Happiness, one X Purrely Happiness. Very nice, keep on going. Normal boy with an abnormal deck, but I like it a lot. Scareclaw is the way. Thank you, normal boy. Here is the extra deck. Expect the new Scareclaw support soon. Wink, wink. All right. Jungle Man with the triple D. Wait, where's Quadra D? Quadra D did not make it into your deck list? You gotta be freaking kidding me. Eri with the Dark World support within Purrely. That is something I'm gonna be testing out tonight. It's something I scoffed at. It's something I thought that only early lists that TCG players were using to cope, and then they got better with the deck. But maybe this is still the way. I'll see. Good job, Barai. And then Despia. Branded Despia using Shadow Mist to search for a Plasma, right? Yeah, that's the way. Not playing the Shadow Copium, but, you know, why not still play Plasma? Plasma negates the Nor, suck up the Nor. They're going to have to spin your field, or it at least forces them to spin your field. So even if you don't use the Plasma, just searching Plasma causes them to panic, and then you have a way to win. So I do think everyone should be playing this in their branded Despia. Very well done. Good job, April. Here is the extra deck. Kaori with, ooh, this card's interesting. Metal Silver Armor. As long as you control the monster equipped to this card, your opponent cannot use the effect of Spell Trapper or effect monsters that target a monster except the equipped monster. That means if, let's say you wanted to use a card like Branded in Red. Branded in Red does what? It targets a monster in the graveyard. It's not even activatable because it targets. You could only target the equipped card. So that really screws that up. And if you put it on a Hugh Lee and then the Hugh Lee has a Mikanko card, they can't target. So that's pretty interesting. And a man, ton of Kaiju, double Lava Golem. This is a really standard list here. Nini is, I would say, a bit substandard. I think Nini's being used at what percent? 80% are using it at once, so it actually is standard. I don't really like Nini as much. 18% not using it. I am a part of that 18%. Let's keep on going. Morad not playing Plasma. So what is your out? You got Kaiju to the X Purrely Nor. And were you the Starving Venom Fusion. Starving Venom Fusion is going to gain the attack of the X Purrely Nor, forcing them to spin it back. But where's it go? It goes back in the extra deck. Then you resummon it. They spin it back. It comes back. So very cool way to deal with the X Purrely Nor. Kyo with the Swordsoul. Swordsoul, anything substandard here, nothing out of the norm. Very interesting. Okay, let's keep on going. Dio Branded, Droll and Lockbird, everyone's using it in their Purrely deck. Oh my Jesus. I'm gonna have to be playing all my cards in the draw phase because of this. Very good, well done. L&T with Dragon Link. No Kaiju in the Dragon Link. I don't see anything crazy here. 60 card deck. Oh boy. Okay, and here is the extra deck. Keep on going. Level 100 Crobat with the DD Crow. DD Crow versus the Lily. It works. Okay. Instead of Droll and Lockbird. That is interesting. Droll isn't just usable on their turn. It's also usable on your turn when they try to draw 4 to 6 cards with the Sleepy Memory. Droll the first draw, that's it. But the Droll then shuts down your deck from also searching, so you have to be careful about that. And then Saucy Senpai. I am stealing this deck. Let's do from top to bottom. Claw Crow, searchable with the Cupid Pitch. doesn't play Penny, so that's quite interesting. Searching for the Hop Ear Squadron here. Holy moly, this is a deck. Wow. All right, so here's going to be the full view of it. Good job, Saucy Senpai. Oh my Jesus. Crazy. Murasaki with some more Mikanko. Using this weird tech here, though, can be used on, let's say, a Purrely monster, then it can't exceed. So that's a good play. Very interesting. All right, let's go, let's go. And if you have any other ideas on what decks this could really shut down, I would be interested in knowing. And then first place, Purrely. Purrely for the win with double bro, no snow. Wow. Good job, Redden. 40 card clean, triple droll in Lockbird. Here is the extra deck. And yeah, we do have this new feature up here. You could click on the deck that you want to see. I think this is amazing. You want to just see the Dragon Link, the Live Twin Sprite, the Purrely decks, the branded Despia. So that's very cool. And yeah, so very good. Looking forward to some more features we are working on. There's a big one with Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta that we're working on that I think is going to be amazing. I'll be sharing it soon, so be ready for that. So thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are out.